What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. We're down here. It's a bunch of rocks and shit in the street. What the hell is going on? We're down here to talk about couples therapy or couples retreat. I keep calling it couples therapy. Couples retreat with the couples, the love and hip hop couples. Well, they're not all love and hip hop couples, but you know what it is. So we're down here. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know you stopped by. This morning I've been posting patterns of behavior, and if y'all follow me on Instagram or Twitter, then you will see that I've been posting some videos, an older video of I think it was season 4 when Cynthia was getting Kim together. They were all getting Kim together about dating a married man. All of them. And then another episode where Cynthia was cussing Portia's ass out, and Portia called Cynthia a flip-flopper, and Cynthia said, here it is.
Said that I felt like you were provoked, and I felt like, because I felt like, again, oh, I'm a flip-flopper. Word on the street is you're over there flip-flopping with some old married man for cars and bags. Flip-flop on that. Calm down.
Oh, wait a minute. Portia has grown so much. She has grown so much. Oh my gosh, she has. So let's go ahead and talk about day 4 of Couples Retreat. So they're showing Yandy and Mantiso out at the pool, and they're having a conversation about the night before, because the men did dates with the women, like they're trying to mimic their first date. And Yandy was letting him know how much fun it was and how he executed on the idea and this and that. It was real funny because, he doesn't like swimming pools. So she was trying to get him to come in the swimming pool. He was all nervous doing his hands like that. It was very funny. A lot of people are nervous about swimming pools. I don't know why. I've been swimming since I was 5? So I don't know. Mantiso was afraid of the water, and that was a cute little moment. So they show Rashida and Kirk sitting down. Rashida has on this Gucci scarf that is so pretty and so colorful and just so pretty. I was like, yes, scarf. They're talking to Michael Blackson. He walks up, and Michael is telling them that, Rada is trying to change, renegotiate her contract. And they were like, where is Rada? He was like, I put her to sleep and this and that. He was like, but the truth is, I didn't put her to sleep. We're in a really difficult space right now based on, what happened yesterday. So he's letting them know that there's going to be, Yandy is organizing or planning a comedy show for the night, and Michael Blackson is going to do, he's going to do some, bits or whatever. So he was like, I'm letting y'all know now, I'm roasting everybody. I'm just letting you know now. You going to be okay with that? And, Kirk and Rashida was like, okay, we're going to sit in the front or whatever. So they're all sitting around, and Ray J and Prinky walk out, honey, all happy and smiling and act like he doesn't own her name as a trademark. And they sitting down, and everybody's so happy to see them. And she's saying that Ray J has apologized for the first time. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how Ray J is putting on a show for everybody, okay? Ray J is putting on the show. When the cameras go down, the girl's gonna be down on the internet crying again. You mark my words. That dude is a trip, okay? Yandy, while they're sitting down, they're gonna sit down and eat for lunch, and Yandy brings a minister / medium, right? She prefaced it with minister so she doesn't scare the Christians, because y'all know y'all be scared of everything. And so she was like, don't get offended either, because y'all know y'all be scared of everything. Y'all know that the Christianity template is fear, okay? It is. And you got to fear everything, be scared of everything. Everything is demonic. Everything is evil. Everything is just, don't act like y'all don't be scared of mediums and, ooh, they going to let the spirits in and all this other stuff. But y'all be talking to the Holy Spirit. Okay. All right. So they sitting around, and she was like, okay, this is a medium. And so she says, does one of you have a mother or grandmother I think she said that has transitioned or has moved on or whatever. And so Kirk kind of raises, he was like, me, I do. And she says, yeah, that this person, or they're telling me that, the baby, the soul of the baby, it was only meant to come for that amount of time, and that it came here to do what it was supposed to do, and that your mother has the baby with her. And so Rashida gets emotional and starts crying. So apparently, I don't know if Rashida has had a miscarriage or had a stillborn. I don't know what happened, but she didn't really want to talk about it. But the medium caught it, right? She got it. She picked up on it. And then, Rashida gets up from the table. She walks away. She's crying, trying to pull herself together. And Kirk goes over there, which I thought was really weird, but maybe he's just not that type of person. But I find it weird that when women are crying, a lot of men that I've seen, that I've observed, they kind of back away. It's almost like they get scared of seeing someone cry. And I've always said that, Black women pride themselves in having strength. And sometimes that strength is detrimental to us because we don't allow ourselves to acknowledge feelings that we're having and emotions and then cry about them, because we always have to put on a brave face and be strong. And I think over generations, men who don't see their mothers crying or women crying, when they actually see a woman cry, they don't know. They're like, wait a minute, what? And there's no automatic gesture to comfort, right? It's like, oh, let me back away. This woman is crying. Let me back away, or let me try to get her to stop crying, because the crying is making me uncomfortable, because I'm not used to seeing women cry, because my mama was always strong and I never saw my mama cry. So I don't really know how to relate to women when they're crying. That's the theory that I have. Do with it what you will, but that's what. And then when Kirk walked up to her, it just reminded me of that. He didn't console her, he didn't hug her, he didn't rub her back. He actually just kind of tapped her on the back of her hip, and kind of tapped her, and even told her, you can't be sad, because if you're sad, then I'm gonna be sad. What's wrong with being sad? What's wrong with acknowledging that whatever it is that's going on? What's wrong with acknowledging those feelings? Nobody says that you got to sit in those feelings. You can acknowledge them and, talk it through real quick or whatever. But, everybody manages their emotions in different ways. I do feel like we mismanage the emotion of, crying or sadness. We do mismanage that emotion a lot within our community. And it's so weird because of our history. It's almost like you can't, the history that we've had, and you don't cry. And it's like, y'all not, I guess it's like you gotta be tough. You can't cry because you gotta persevere and you gotta move on. I can't subscribe to that. Anyways. So the medium tells Princess, what is it about, I feel like an energy connected or drawn towards you. What's going on? And she asked Princess, did you lose a baby? And Princess said yes. And then she said, but it wasn't in this relationship, right? So Princess says she has never talked to Ray J about it. She has never talked about it. She did lose a baby in a previous relationship. Then when she did that, Ray J got mad. He got mad, and he was like, oh, hold on a second. He didn't get outwardly mad. He was just like, dude, this is not cool. That's a lot. You're doing a lot, because Princess was crying. And all I said to myself was, Ray J is not feeling this, because now he sees that there is a person here that can see past everything. And people who operate the way that Ray J does, they don't want to be around anyone who can actually see them. You understand what I'm saying? And so I felt like he didn't like, when he realized that this woman was right about everything that she was hitting on, he was like, oh, I don't like this, because she's going to be able to see something that I don't want her to see. Right? This is somebody that I can't manipulate. This is somebody that I can't charm. This is somebody that I cannot, flood with charisma. And I don't like it. Get her out of here. Right? So when the medium was done, she was like, okay, I'm done, or whatever. She's about to get up, and she tells Michael Blackson and Rada, can I talk to you guys? And Michael Blackson, everybody, it was so funny because everybody was trying not to get eye contact with her. Girl, we don't need eye contact. Okay, we don't need eye contact to see. Understand that, all right? So he was like, come, Michael Blackson and Rada, can you come with me for a second? So they were like, he was like, what the fuck she want to meet with us for? He was like, why is she singling us out? So let me get some air in here. So she sits down with them and she was like, can I talk to you guys in private? Rada, she says Rada is pregnant. And she was like, I feel something going on. Like, I feel like a manifestation of something being created. Are you pregnant? And Rada and see, first when Michael Blackson was like, yeah, she's pregnant, I felt like he was busting that lady's balls. Like, I'm just going to say yes to whatever she's saying. But then Rada confirmed it. I thought he was just playing at first, but then Rada was like, yeah, she's pregnant. So for some reason, Rada wants to know, what's the future of our relationship? She says, all I know is that you guys were supposed to come together to bring this baby here. So if for anything, that's why I don't I don't know what's going to happen with y'all, but she was like, I don't want to be a single mother. Let me tell you something, honey. Rada and every other non-black woman out there, once you go black, you become a baby mama. Okay, the stats show. Sorry to break it to you. I'm sorry to break it to you, but you do. Okay, so she was like, I don't want to become a single mother. Let me tell you something. It will happen. It's gonna happen. Is this a sign that we belong together? Y'all got to stop thinking that babies are signs that you belong together. Babies are signs that you and that whoever that person you laid down with was supposed to bring something into this world. It doesn't mean that you two belong together. It really does not mean that. Like, literally does not mean that just because you have a baby with somebody that you belong with that person. No, you actually belonged with that person in that moment to create that. That's it. Whatever y'all do after that, that's up to y'all. But the baby is not to keep y'all together. I don't understand. I don't understand in 2021 why so many women have this 1964 mentality that a baby is going to keep a man or a relationship together. No, it doesn't. And what kind of stress do you put on a child or a baby? Like, here you are, your existence is to keep this toxic relationship going. You're here to keep your mother and father in this toxic ass, Sicilic ass loop of disgusting misery. You're here for that, sweet baby. It's such a blessing. Like Erica Mena, our baby is such a blessing. That don't mean that you and Safari are supposed to be together. And let me tell you something. If he wasn't so, I could get into a whole thing about Erica Mena and Safari, but they not on here, so we're not gonna talk about them. Her biggest fear is that she'll be a single mother. Anyways, so Raymond is talking to AJ, and AJ is trying to figure out what is going on because Deelishis said that Raymond is not aggressive in the bedroom. She's always the one who initiates sex. She's an alpha female and all this stuff. And AJ is trying to figure out if Raymond has a low sex drive based on, stress that's going on in their relationship. And he was like, and it was funny the way he put it together. I was like, what? Because AJ didn't understand what he was trying to say. He basically said, and y'all tell me if y'all bought it or not, but he basically said that Deelishis got OCD. She likes to change things around. He puts things a certain way, and she changes things around. And she does it all the time. And he feels like he doesn't know, did I do something wrong? Like, what is the problem? And he doesn't feel really secure in the relationship because the things that he does, she changes. So I don't know if that's in direct correlation with how, whether or not Billy jumps up for the, when it's time to, but I could understand what he's saying. Like, it makes him feel insecure that when I make these changes around the home, her OCD will make her change everything. But he feels like, why can't I, or what the things that I put in place, why can't they stay like that? right? And he also said, I want to make it very clear. I was like, okay, Raymond. He was like, I want to make it very clear. I have a child. I was married before. I don't want everybody to think that I got it out of jail and don't know how to relate to women. That's not the case here. This is me trying to figure out how to relate to this woman, right? And I was like, okay, because I was like, girl, we don't know if you got some PTSD from that. I mean, it would explain it and I would understand it if that was the case. But he said, honey, he's had a relationship, he has a child and everything, he's been married. It ain't none of what y'all trying to say. I was like, okay. He said, I experienced life before I met her. My life did not start with Deelishis, okay? So I understood what he was saying about the OCD and her changing things and making him feel insecure about, things that's happening in the relationship. You always want to change stuff. Anyways, so she tells him to remember spontaneity, and maybe that will help in their relationship because it's always work. We got to do this. We got to do errands and this and that. And he's taking her to places where she needs to go and this and that. And she says, just just remember spontaneity. Don't get caught up in no routine. So they're going to have this night of comedy with Michael Blackson. Baby, Ray J is drunk, right? You could tell he was drunk. He has, he's giving a toast or whatever. He's giving a toast to love and da-da-da-da and all this other stuff. So he goes over to the bar and because Princess says Ray J is drunk and basically she likes him when he's in this kind of mood. And so she goes, I'm good. She just laughing. She's just kikiing off of Ray J, right? So Ray J's standing over there with Kirk and he was like, I know you probably been in some toxic, spaces with Rashida. How do you guys get over that? How do you overcome that, right? So they're having small talk and he was like, well, did you ask her about the lingerie in her purse? And he was like, no, I haven't. He was like, you think I should ask her? And he was like, no. Like, don't ask her now because y'all in a good place. Don't ask her now. Ask her when you guys are in a really, really good place. Because earlier in the season, Ray J found lingerie in Princess's purse. So he's like, what the fuck is going on? I'm trying to figure out why she would bring lingerie. And they're not sleeping together. They haven't slept together. And they didn't say how long it's been. But they're not. Ray J's not getting any pussy. Okay? So, so he goes, don't say nothing to her. And so you guys are in a good place. Ray J's like, no, I'm going to say something. He was like, no, I'm not. No, I'm going to say something. And I was like, I was looking at his face. I was like, that nigga is going to say something. He was like, no, I won't say nothing. He was like, but I should, huh? I should say something. I was like, this nigga is so stupid. So he goes back and does another toast. He puts his hands on, he's like, I just want to make a toast. There's men out here trying to take our women and this and that because Kirk let him know that we have nice looking wives and there's probably men always coming towards them, right? They have enough self-control and self-discipline not to actually, some of them do, not to actually go through with cheating on their spouse, unlike Kirk, Ray J, and whoever else cheating on their damn spouse. So he stands up in front of everybody and he says he wants to give a toast because these men out here is trying to take our women and stuff like that. They was like, what the hell is Ray J talking about? What is he talking about? So they was like, okay, Ray J, sit down. All right. Okay, sit down. All right. So he tells Kirk that he was going to freeze his eggs. Ray J is stupid as hell. He is stupid as hell. That is a man, like, you just can't, you could be his friend, but being in a relationship with that crazy ass nigga, no, absolutely not. I don't know how Princess does that. They trying to take our wives. They out here trying to be with our women. And Mandingo, he looking like, what the hell is he talking about? Okay, Ray J. Michael Blackson got up there and did his little bit. It was cute. He was cracking jokes and this and that. And it was cute. It ended pretty well. So we're going to see what's going to happen next week. This episode was, I don't know, it felt like it was actually good when the medium was there. I wish they had more time with the medium because she only connected with Kirk and Rashida, Princess, and Michael and Rada. So that was it for them. But anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let me know what you think of the episode. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.